Hello YouTube, it's EmmaBloys10 here and welcome to my first Q&A episode. Hope you guys enjoy, so here we go. I've actually wrote down the 5 best questions that were given to me, so I'll answer them as best I can. Okay, first question is from Mothra89. What are your thoughts on the new anime sequel? I really like it. Mind you, I've not kept up with it recently. I've watched up to about episode 25 or so in the Japanese version, and I really like it. It kind of reminds me of what I felt like when I was younger, when Yu-Gi-Oh first came out and everything. I've seen the dub version as well. I can't believe they blootered it. They absolutely blootered the dub version. But then again, it's for kids. What do you expect from them? Okay, question number 2 is from Psy Duelist Sayer. What deck would you play if dragons didn't exist? That's actually quite a good one there. There are 3 decks that I might have played if dragons hadn't existed, or if I didn't like dragons back then. The first one would probably be a Dark Magician deck, because my very first deck was Dark Magician. I've always liked it, and as you know, it was Yugi's favourite card and everything. The second deck would have been Fairies, because, well, I'm a girl, I like fairies, they're mainly female characters, they're pretty and everything. And the third deck would have been a Harpy Lady deck. I've always liked the Harpy Lady cards ever since I saw my Valentine playing them. And I thought they were pretty cool in that, but they were pretty expensive back then, I feel, so yeah. I might build a Harpy Lady deck sometime in the future, I don't know yet, but we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, question number 3 is from Death Dragon 4000. What are your thoughts on the current state of the game? Now, I don't know if you're talking about the meta side of things or attitude, so I'm going to give you an opinion on both if that's okay. For the meta side of it, I haven't really played up against any of the hardcore decks that maybe most of you guys already seen, because I only go to a small local tournament and there's always a variety of decks there. So I can't really comment that much about that side of the game, except for maybe one thing, and that is probably the speed of the game. Most duels nowadays, I feel, only last a couple of turns, and it's probably going to slow down when the next ban list hits. That's normally what happens if a game gets too quick. And also I think they're updating the game a little bit too quickly as well. I mean, even my boyfriend Chris Anime Guy kept saying this to me. You know, he felt like the game was updating so quickly that unless you were a complete hardcore fan, you couldn't keep up with the game, which is true in some cases but not so in others. With the attitude side of things, you know, there are still really great, amazing duelists out there, respectful ones and that, but there's also the real idiots that you know, sometimes really upset the game for others, and they need to be sorted. I think the attitude side of Yu-Gi-Oh needs to be sorted, you know, with the ego, disrespect and everything. I mean, even on Dueling Network, I mean, this is a recent story I've just heard. You can take an admin test on Dueling Network, and a lot of people have been. But of course, half of them apparently have been real assholes, real trolls and that, and have been abusing their authority on there, which, in my opinion, is completely wrong. So, I mean, there are still good people out there, but unfortunately I feel like the attitude of Yu-Gi-Oh needs to get improved, it needs to be sorted. I don't know how yet, but that's just how I feel about it. So I hope that answers your question, Death Dragon 4000, if I gave you a bit of both there. Question number 4 is from Dakoba something. We've seen your top 10 hated Yu-Gi-Oh cards. What are your top 5 hated meta decks? That's a tricky one, I have to admit. There's been no real meta decks that I really hate. I found some that were annoying, but I can't really say for certain what decks I actually hate, except for maybe one in particular, but that's not really a meta deck. The decks that I found problematic were mainly Frog Arts. I know they're not played very much now, but Frog Arts and Glad Beasts were annoying because obviously there were so many combos with them, and they had very good abilities when they were summoned and everything. So I think those 2 decks were pretty annoying, really. But with like Light Sworns and Black Wings and stuff, I can't really comment. They were fun. I think they were fun to duel against, but not annoying. I've heard that plants are a real pain in the neck, but I've never gone up against a true plant deck, so I can't really comment on that. If you want to know what deck I really do hate, and it's not a meta deck, it's the Blue Eyes Exodia FTK. That deck I hate with a passion. I thought it was cool the first time I saw it, but because I thought it was a unique build, you know, but I didn't know it actually abused the Blue Eyes White Dragon engine, and I didn't like that at all. It's like some people have said they love Blue Eyes but they use that deck. It's like, if you love a card so much, why not use it instead of abusing it, if you see what I mean? I mean, if you play a favourite card, it's to go out on the field, not to be dumped to the graveyard constantly with, you know, so you can get your instant kill win and all that. So, yeah. No real top hated meta decks, but Blue Eyes Exodia FTK is the one deck I really do not like at all. And the final question is from VG Master 02. What do you think of the new Hieroglyph dragons? I really like them. I think they're really cool. I thought they were a unique twist, really. And the fact that they're, you know, the dragons, you know, instant light for me. But the other fact is their names are actually based on proper ancient Egyptian pronunciations of the Egyptian gods. Now, I've got a foundation degree in archaeology. I've done a bit of Egyptology in that as well. So that was an instant like for me, and it also, for me at least, feels like we're going back to the origin of the game, which was based in ancient Egypt. You know, and the names of the gods, you know, Geb is the earth god Geb, Aset is the mother goddess Isis, Uzir is the god of the dead Osiris, Ened, I believe, is actually the collective name for the top 8 gods who were responsible for creation. So that's like Ra, Nut, Geb, Osiris, Isis, Nephthys and Set, and somebody else, but I can't remember who it is right now. Oops, my bad. And I'm supposed to be an archaeologist. As I said, I really like them. I might build them, but it depends on how expensive they are. And if somebody finds a meta build for them to be used and abused, then yeah, I don't know about it. But I really like them. I think they're really cool, and I can't wait to see how they fare against when they do come out. So anyway, that is the Q&A segment over. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you want to ask any more questions for next week's segment, just post down in the comments below. And I'm going to finish off the video with a question to you guys. We've seen the Dark Magician support Xyz monster Magic Girl. I think there may be Blue Eyes or Red Eyes or other archetype Xyz monsters coming out to support. I hope there is, because I really would love to see a Blue Eyes version. If you guys could create any Xyz you want for an archetype, what would it be, and what would its effect be? So yeah, I'll probably do a response to what my Blue Eyes version would be. I don't know when yet, but there's my question for you guys. I hope you, as I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this segment, and we'll see you guys in the next video. So take care. Bye.